got it. That's what happened. Y'all can stop texting and calling my phone now. Okay, cool.
Slimmy, queen to my slimmy. If it means I won't be here from dying for your love, will you forgive me? I feel at home in the kitty. Lay my head all on your stomach while you wear that Fenty. Hey, my thuggy, love me, love me.
Yeah, so I just have to get my Tory on, you know, tell my side of the story. Everybody was like, Tory's using a black woman's crime, a black woman's injury to promote sales, blah, blah, blah. No, he did what anybody would do, use his platform to tell his side of the story. So let's just go ahead and get into the Tory Mac situation. I'm going to get up and get a bottle of water. But you can talk to the people. We're both Team Tory, low key. Like, I love Megan to death. I love Megan to death. I love her music. Like, love Megan. But as a woman, like, I grew up with all brothers, so I look at these situations, you know, kind of different. Like, I look at, as you know, I put my brothers in a lot of these men situations before I judge. So, go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, first and foremost, you know I love black women, and I want to start off by saying, you know, yes, protect black women. You know what I'm saying? When a black woman speaks, you should listen. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say that first and foremost. With this situation, like, I know in this sensitive time, like, people like to go off what they hear the first time. And, like, because we're in a sensitive time, it's like, whatever someone says, we take it and we run with it. Even if that particular person is not necessarily, you know, being 100% honest or whatever. And that's with any situation that's kind of going on right now in the climate that we are in. You know, Megan Thee Stallion is like Houston's own. Like, everyone from Houston loves Megan Thee Stallion. Why? Because
my dumb ass. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good?
I'm gonna put it back in. Go ahead.
Alright. So, Megan Thee Stallion, like, she from Houston. Everyone from Houston loves Megan Thee Stallion. Why? Because Megan is like one of the like realest artists that, you know, came out of Houston that's just 100% herself. And that's low-key how she just shot up with stardom. Like, everything started happening for her just like that because she's just so real. Like, I even had an encounter where when I first started doing my music, like, I emailed Meg and she emailed me back with the quickness on some like business stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? So Meg is real, you feel me? But, you know, with all this clout and fame coming to her, like, I really feel like, you know, people are making her change and kind of alter why everyone loves her. Like, that's in my opinion.
So, I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna pause you because we know Megan, we love Megan. That's just fun. I'm gonna cut all this shit out, but I don't. You know, I want to take out a little bit of fluff. I want to have more of like an engaged, like, you know, like, I want to go into talking about the shit more than just. You know, we know, like, we don't. Yeah, we know her. We love her. I'm gonna stop this one though. Go ahead.
Oh, so yeah. I just really, like, I'm a Tory diehard. Like, I really think Tory did not shoot this girl.
Bro,
like,
there's no way. And there's no way that Tory came out and just pointed a gun at Megan
and said, dance, bitch, and shot her. Like, that is asinine, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person, when the album dropped, I had to listen because all I've been hearing is, like, an IG live story, like, this will happen, and I knew if he dropped the album, he finna just spill. Like, I know he's just finna spill.
My camera. I don't have a camera person. I have to do my camera myself and set it up, and it's bothering me because it's not perfect. So I'm gonna keep getting up until it's perfect. But go ahead.
Okay, so I knew when the album dropped, I was like, man, I have to listen to this because I know he's finna spit facts, truth, and give us context. So I was like, bro, I'm listening. I don't care. And off the strength of that, I want to say I lost like maybe 200 followers. And you know, black women started saying I don't like black women, I hate black women, and that, you know, I'm like all these things. Like,
Okay, so here's my thing. When the whole story first came out, Meg got shot is, you know, the news report. That's the first thing I saw. I saw the news report. And then I would, you know, sat back, watch the memes, watch all that blah, blah, blah. So then Megan finally comes out and says, I was shot intentionally. She was shot intentionally. Okay, I'm going to go into the details of what happened and say why I don't feel like the story is adding up the way that she feels. So I'm going to go from my biggest piece of I guess, credibility for this whole situation comes from Tory Lanez's bodyguard. You know, he made the statement, and so he was there. He watched what happened. Did you watch that video?
yeah, but I mean,
From the Tory Lanez, from his bodyguard?
I've seen that, but like, I mean, it's still hearsay. Like,
I mean, he was there and saw what happened. It was his gun. Like, and that's the thing. Everybody was like, why was there a gun out? It was his gun and it was in the car. Like, there could be a million reasons why the gun was out. If somebody else's gun was on Tory's hip and he got in the car, a gun on your hip is uncomfortable. So you're going to move the fucking gun. And you know what Tory's bodyguard also said? Tory was in the car arguing with Megan's friend, another girl. Megan finds out that Tory's outside with another girl. So, of course, she goes outside mad and gets in the car, starts arguing. Then she goes to get out the car. Tory and the other girl who's in the car are tussling over the gun. According to Tory's bodyguard, the gun went off, then the friend shot. You feel me? So that was one of the details. Boom. That makes sense to why they disclosed or withheld all of the information initially. Because they're not gonna send Shorty to jail. You know, like if the girl really shot, she's the one with gunpowder residue. She's the one, you know, like it's gonna come out. Like if they do an investigation right there on the scene, they're gonna know, they're gonna know the details. So I think that's why, nobody said anything initially.
I just think it's messed up how, the black woman card gets pulled in a situation like this when it doesn't need to be pulled. Like, so another thing that's big is that, I got something on social media, like, they try to use the Breonna Taylor situation and compare that to this, like, when it's just not the same situation. And, like, you can't even speak logic or anything without people saying, no, shut up, and silencing you, which is messed up. When albums are dropped probably 2 weeks, maybe even a month before they actually release. So whenever the case with Breonna Taylor came out, like, I think Tory's album was dropping like damn near maybe the next day. So everyone was saying,
the Toronto 3, New Toronto 3.
No, not Toronto 3.
Daystar, the one about Megan's situation.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think the case was just basically dropped the day before, and everyone said, "Man, it's Tory, you're so insensitive. Why would you drop your album when that just happened?" Like, fam, like, when you drop albums, they don't even work like that. They turn it in like months early. You see what I'm saying? So everything he said was a whole month early. But people don't know that stuff. You see what I'm saying?
That
so
makes
it made
sense.
him look like, wow,
You're
just trying to shit on black women again. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, there's so much context and things, but people have to listen. You have to hear. And if someone like Meg really doesn't want to disclose everything, and the reason she was probably quiet is because she really didn't know who shot her because her back was turned. And Tory does. So that's why I'm going to listen to an album that someone has, 15 tracks?
I think it's like 18. And
18.
the album is wonderful. I know, and whenever I'm, in my situations, I can be crazy. I yell, I curse, I throw things, I hit, I do all of that. So me knowing the type of woman that I am and, listening to Megan's music, like, she's a Houston girl. Like, she's a Houston bitch. Like, Megan is a Houston-ass bitch. So, me, understanding how I am, I know I have to hear the other side. Because it's the reason why whenever I'm in my situations, with
to react certain way.
Exactly. And if it happens, if something happens, I'm not about to run to my brothers and the guys like so and so did so and so. If I knew I did 22 things, if I did 22 things, I'm not gonna go and call for help and make a big scene for the one thing that they did.
Exactly.
So that's why I was adamant. No, we need to hear Tory's side. Like,
and that's why she kept it quiet and didn't want to say anything. But fans bullied her into speaking. That's another thing, because I'm pretty sure that she knew that all of this, like, she had everyone played a part in whatever happened, and she tried to keep it closed in. And it's like fans was like, no, trying to like get rid of my man's dog. That's not cool. Like, and we supposed to be like,
women have the power to do anything. Women we can open our mouth and say anything, and people will really take our word for it. Like, I'm not gonna go get into too much detail, but I have friends like who've been to jail because females have lied on them. Like, it's crazy. Anyways, but no, another thing, the reason why I'm like, nah, now I'm actually team Tory is because I think that Megan was upset that Tory was talking to another girl, and she was mad. She was spiteful, like all of us women are, and we can be spiteful. So of course she's gonna run with the narrative because she mad he was talking to another girl. That's what I think. I may be wrong.
And he says it in the album.
Listen to the
album. He says it, but it's like people don't want to listen because they're like, no, we're supporting him, getting his streams, blah blah blah, whatever. Fam, he says more than anyone else has said, and it's in detail, like
names, like he's dropping names.
Everybody, like, you see what I'm saying?
Play a clip.
Like this song right here, "Friends Become Strangers." Like, when I heard this one, I was like, all right, fam, like all right, bro, he didn't do it, fam. Like, he did not do it. So.
Start it over from the very beginning. No. This that part. When we both prevail and both our mothers died, and we still dealing with some pain and need someone to entertain. Or does it change when you break down in my arms and start crying? You ain't go back further now. I was redoing the whole thing because I was moving this.
Oh, okay, facts. Okay.
Yeah, so the first part. Hold on. Okay. Won't ever change. The common propaganda around my name is never strange. When does it get strange? When you start lying to your best friend about us doing things and hoping she ain't entertained. Or is it strange when the love and come with secrets in the game? And when the world unveil the curtains and all they laughing, that's your pain. But does it change when we both prevail and both our mothers died and we still dealing with some pain and need someone? They were best. They were friends. They shared a connection, bro. Listen to this album. Listen to this album. So yeah, so that's just a quick snippet, but thank you. You can turn it on.
Yeah, so like, it's just because everyone, even record labels, all that, they did their best so people couldn't hear it. Because if you heard this album, it makes you be like, okay, look, Meg, if he shot you, fam, you need to go to court and y'all need to handle this. You see what I'm saying? Like, because obviously she was drunk and she don't know who shot her, but it's clear that Tory did not shoot her. So, if you haven't, I think you really should listen to the album. And like I said, they did go to court. We waiting for the results, and like, I'm pretty sure he did not shoot her. And like, as a collective, us being black people and doing unity, we can't be trying to tear each other down like this when like someone is not being truthful with all the facts. You see what I'm saying? So
why the fuck is it our business though? To be honest, like I'm so adamant of the fact that like, just because people are celebrities, y'all gotta understand, they were discovered, you know, maybe fulfilling their passion. Like, they're doing what they love to do. They didn't sign up to be a role model. They didn't sign up to do none of that. They want to live in their own truth. Let them live their lives. Like, people act as if celebrities are not human. They're gonna fuck up the same way everybody else does. Like,
that's facts, but sometimes they make it our business, and when it turns to like, you know, people look at a situation and they turn it into like more of like metaphorically speaking, like that. That was the whole male versus woman thing. That's what that turned into.
Yeah.
So like it was a metaphor.
Hot girls
you know
versus city boys.
Yeah. So it's crazy, but you know, I would listen to that album. I know all of y'all was fans of Chicks Take 5. Stop canceling people before y'all hear all the information.
That's why I was scared to start my podcast, because my opinion, you know, my opinion is not always the popular opinion. It's not always the popular opinion, and I am real big on, you know, letting people get in my head, blah, blah. And so, yeah, y'all, like, calm down. Like, let people feel how they want to feel.
And think for yourself. Stop letting other people think for you. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you know, I'm not saying you listen to me, but think for yourself. Make your own mind. Like, you do your own research. That's for anything. So, if someone drops an album speaking about all this stuff, listen to it and you make your own interpretation. Stop looking for Twitter viral tweets to make your own mind up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's low-key what is wrong with our generation anyways, as it is. I hate that I'm on social media. I want to get off so bad. But now, you know, I'm starting a podcast, so I have to.
Yeah, you got to.
But I hate the age of social media. We literally, like, I'm going to say we, because I do the same thing. Like, whenever I see something that, you know, relates to
if
me
it's
in
viral
situation,
or something, then it's facts. Like, because it's viral. Like, no, it's not. It's not facts.
I'm talking more so, where's my phone? Oh, my phone is occupied right now. I'm talking more so of, like, you know, whenever they have those memes talking about, like I can't even think of nothing off the top of my head, but the memes where it's talking about, I can't even think about it. I'll find one later and put it up and we'll double back. But no, just the ideology that the messages in these memes are supposed to be the way of life, you know? And that's what I think is skewed.
Altered, yeah.
Our generation just sucks as the fucking whole. I think our generation is so trash. I wish I could have grown up in the 80s.
Like, we're literally living like social media is the world and reality is not reality. It's like reverse right now. You see what I'm saying? So I think we just really need to get back to like actually being reality, like, and not social media isn't facts. You know what I'm saying? It's pastime, but we're using that as that is life, and reality is not even reality anymore. You know? So that's that with that.
Where people, whenever it comes to social media, people don't even realize that, like, people are not posting their failures. They're posting the good stuff. So
exactly.
we constantly scroll. And I know for me, like, I struggle with this. But naturally is social comparison. You know, so people have to tell me, like, yeah, don't let it stress you out. It just hurts me because, you know,
They do.
I'm not at my maximum potential right now. So, you know, just watching everybody,
it hurts and everything. Yeah. So I mean, me, I do post my failures just for the people who kind of, you know, because there is people who try to use like their social media as promo campaigns and like, oh, everything's good all the time, but it's not. You know, so you gotta kind of bring the realness to social media. That's what it's about. Like, everyone are feeling some type the same way. Everyone's not just living a like wholesome, excellent life. You see what I'm saying? So to compare to people that what you're just seeing is not everything, because if you ask that person what they're dealing with, you don't want to be in their same shoes because they're dealing with other things. They're just showing you this good part. So that's part of social media. I think it's just usage, really. The usage be messing people up. In my mind. So
I'm going to double back and we're going to talk to my co-host about my co-host.
Okay.
Let's talk about you. So I'm going to introduce him and let him, you know, do his thing. But this is literally one of my best friends. We've been friends since, I think I was in 3rd grade. You were in 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 3rd and 4th grade, literally, like, athletes, both support each other playing ball, coming up. So, yeah, go ahead. Take it away.
Yeah, so I'm Juba, the scuba diver. No, I'm playing. No, I'm just playing. I'm Jew-Buh. They called me Jubatron in high school. In college, like I said, I know Marissa down there all my life. But yeah, my name means rich in spirit. I'm Nigerian. I was born here though. And like I said, I'm likable. Everyone knows me because who else do you know is named Juba? Nobody. So I'm saying, like, I'm the only Jew-Buh that you know in America. That's just how it works.
Yeah, no, that's real.
Yeah, so yeah, man. I was a football star, a football player, trying to come up. Somehow I got a scholarship.
Somehow, boy, you was cold. Number 80. Stop playing. You was big as hell receiving. He was a receiver, number 8. Look, I have all of y'all's pictures still on my Facebook because I was on the sideline taking pictures of them. Like,
I never reached my potential. I never reached my potential. So I did get a scholarship going to school, and I was playing football. And, it just got to the situation to where, like, I couldn't control my destiny because, like, my dream was to go to the NFL. But my dream wasn't necessarily the NFL. It was more the sense of being able to take care of family and people being proud of me. Like, that's just what I wanted. So, unfortunately, football didn't work out because I couldn't control my destiny. And, with all that, stress that I didn't make it, quote unquote, I really started writing. Like, I would literally write.
I was going to ask you how you started writing because the Juba I know, I would never expect you to start music, to start being a rapper. So when you started, I was okay.
So I was writing just my feelings, my pains, everything I was going through. And, like, a lot of people who play sports, when they don't make it, because you gotta remember, like, sports is like you have to make it in like a 5-year window. So that's like people's dreams that they've been doing since they was a kid. So if you don't make it in that 5-year window, then what else do you do now?
Yeah, that's gonna be a topic of another episode because the NFL definitely is slavery.
Yeah, so
talk about that later.
So yeah, that's like, and I thank God for my transition. Cause a lot of people don't transition well, but I started writing and I was like, man, I'm gonna put these songs out, man. And that's what I did. I met G Major, which is an engineer in Houston, and then from there I put my songs out, and not on no SoundCloud stuff. I was like, nah, I need to be on Apple Music and be official, so people don't be like, oh, you a SoundCloud rapper, bro? Go somewhere else, bro. We ain't trying to hear you. Don't send me your SoundCloud link. You trash, bro. Like I didn't want to hear that, so I was official with it. And I was on Apple Music, like, with my first release and everything. So
that's good. Well, I have listened to every project, and I am thoroughly impressed at, like, how you improve by each thing. Like, I'm so impressed. I love watching people grow. Everybody knows that I support my friends when it's like my own. Like, I can stand on that. That's something that I know people cannot take away from me. But I love it. Hindsight, that's the new album that just dropped. Hindsight 2020. I've been listening to that for a couple days. I was like, yeah, I'm going to listen to it. And I'm going to send you my favorite songs. I'm listening. I'm just writing them down. I'm like, okay, I like that one, like that one, like that one. By the time I sent you the list, it was, 8 songs on that bitch? I got 8. Like, yeah. I really enjoyed the album.
Yeah, so.
Talk to me about it.
Hindsight 2020, so I got the idea, basically, I got in a, like, horrific car accident. I was with my girlfriend at the time and her sister, and I damn...
Felt gay. Sorry.
Yes, and I damn near died. Like, I really died that night, and it was just, like, crazy because, like, literally, if I died that night, I would have been satisfied because... like, the music that I have is like forever. The little music that I have, if I die, you could go listen to it. You
satisfied with that as your legacy?
Yes, I was like, this is my legacy. Like, forever that my voice is going to be heard.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I did what I can. But I had so much better music that was in my phone and no one would have heard it.
That is so crazy that that's what you was thinking about. And like,
this is what I'm saying. No, like, they would have heard it. No one could have heard this music. So I was like, the fact that, like, I literally woke up. Like, a matter of fact, I hit a horse, like a big old horse.
I was gonna say, is this when you hit the horse?
Everyone was laughing. Look, there's a picture.
I'm sorry. But this man hit a whole horse in the middle of the street.
Bro,
wow.
Everybody was laughing like, bro, whose weave is on top of the windshield? I'm like, fam, that's a horse. Like, it was a legit horse. There's like the horse hair, like, from the booty was just on top of the car. Like, it was like, bro, whose weed flew out? Like, no, it was a horse. Like, but it was like a New Year's night. Foggy, you couldn't see a horse just run across the road and totaled the car. And like, you know, my girl and the sister, they was drunk to sleep. And me, I took all the damage. Like, I took all of it. And, you know, I blacked out. And when I woke up, I just seen them sleeping. I thought they died. So I thought I killed them. So,
okay, so how does this tie into the album?
Oh,
because
sorry,
that just,
my bad.
we just switched gears a little bit.
So yeah, so basically that was like, you know what, like the fact that I survived that accident, like I'm supposed to be doing music, because that was like my main focus at the time. Like football was out of the picture, it was just music. So I was like, my words that I speak are supposed to be out for people to share to the world and to like really affect people. So I was like, bro, I'm finna drop this like album concerning this. So I have a song on there called 3 AM and Katie.
Oh, yep, that was on the list. That was on the list.
Yeah, so that song
play it. Y'all know I like all that slow shit. I want something to put me to bed.
I left on my bread and my jacket. Or maybe it's right in that casket right next to the horse. Last thing I heard was a Dallas breath. I took a course, so it was good a few moments ago. Telling my sister that I'm gonna make it, and I am so ready to do all these shows. She was so proud of me, she never doubted me. She was my inspiration and my drive. She would tell me everything and make sure I was right. That's how I wrote 9 to 5, chasing my dreams. Always thought I had the time, but God called my name. He told me he loved me, got so much to say.
Oh yeah.
That's in my face. Lip was so damn it, can't feel my face. Why did we go out this weekend? Now I'm in the deep end. Are you gonna see me right now? Thinking about all the songs on my phone. Like, damn it, I thought I was gonna make it out. Baby,
it's hand in hand goes with the accident.
Yeah, so the album is basically talking about, like, you know, people always want to do something, but they don't do it. And because they're like, man, this has to be perfect. This has to be perfect. This has to be lined up. And it's like, no, bro, just like when you live in hindsight, and then when time passes, you're like, man, I should have did this. Dang, I should have did this. Like, no, just do it. Make those mistakes while you're going, and then you'll get to where you want to go. But you have to just start it. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people really do live in hindsight, and because those people who didn't do what they wanted to do, they kind of live vicariously through other people. You see what I'm saying? But it's right in front of you. Do it. So that's what this whole album kind of goes through, of like me going back and forth, like, should I do it? No, go ahead, do it. Nah, hold on. Nah, bro, go ahead and do it. Like,
and then that ended up being the purpose of the album. Like,
yes,
the meaning to the album.
Exactly.
I can rock with it because, you know, my struggle with this whole thing too. Like, it was back and forth, and I did not like my initial production. It was trash-tastic, but I'm not even gonna go into that. So you started more so like rapping, but it's transitioning into R&B. Whenever you were rapping, like on the rapping side of it, like what kind of rapper would you classify yourself as?
So like rapper wise, it's more like, you know, passion, like motivation, like helping people, like, you know, it's okay, keep going. What you're doing is all right, keep going. So the motivational, inspirational type rapper. You see what I'm saying? You know, I was never like on some money, cars, clothes. It's more like, hey, whatever your situation is, it's okay. Keep doing it.
And that's what we need to hear. You know what I feel like about your music, like a lane that you can go and take over, I think you'll fit perfectly. TV shows, video games, cartoons, send your shit into them, because you have a good message that can be played on air. Like, you're not cursing crazy, you're not, you know, being super derogatory to women. So I think that TV is a good line for you to look into. Right. So R&B, the reason, and this is, I'm glad you're gonna be such a good cause to me, because I just so want to talk about love. Right. Like, I'm such a freaking, I don't know,
and
I'm a hopeless romantic. Too.
Yeah, it's that Hebrew stuff. It's just lovers, love all people, and this is besides just the you know, emotional relationship wise, like this is like just people.
But we need love in our music. I think that the music hand in hand like relates to the flow of what's going on in the you know, like, yeah, we'll go deeper into that later. What do you think about the dating pool right now?
Man, the dating pool is trash. And And I feel like everybody knows it's trash. Like, men and
Why
women.
we don't care?
No one cares no more. And it's like, you know what? The pool is so trash. Let me go look for my mistake behind me. Because at least I know that mistake. Hey, what's up?
Facts. Oh, I'm gonna run to
people running back to exes like it's nothing. It doesn't matter. Like girls, you
quick fast
the whole integrity. No, I'm not taking it back. No, come back because I see what's out there. I don't want that. That's what's really happening. It's bad. So even when my arm be like, I'm trying to get people back into the dating world. Like, it's okay to date. Like, girls, it's okay if a guy's talking to you. Not every dude is trying to just be on some wild shit. Some dudes really trying to spit game, but y'all not even allowing us to do that no more. Like, bye. Don't ever call me. You can't give me a birthday.
Okay, but wait, because my brother definitely told me, because you can speak for this. Like, I'm friendly, I'm super nice, I smile at everybody who make eye contact with me, I like hugs. But my brother was like, nah, you can't be being nice to all of these people and smiling at all of these dudes and being super friendly, because they're gonna think that that's you showing interest. Like, women, when we show a little, we make eye contact for 2-3 seconds, y'all take that as a fucking sign. You feel me? So it's kind of hard.
But the reason it's like that is because everybody's so stiff when you don't need to be. Girls, you know when you like a dude. You know when you like a dude when he hollering at you. Like, you already just know. You already start painting a picture. Do I have kids? Can I see him with kids? Can I see him on the date?
Nah.
Some
not
girls
before
really,
he open his mouth like that.
This is a fine dude that's just approached you, but you still trying to act stiff because you trying to already play the game, the Uno game. Oh, I don't want to be too easy. I don't want to, like, bruh, no, like, accept it. Like, God brought you that man in front of you at that grocery store, girl. You know what I'm saying? You can feel a vibe when somebody's a creep, and you can feel a vibe when someone really trying to, what's up? You feel me? Like,
but see, it's hard for me because I don't like fine men. Like, I don't like fine niggas. Excuse my language. Like, I have a foul mouth. I'm working on it, but whatever. I don't like fine niggas because I feel like fine niggas know that they're fine and they feel like they don't have to do anything to maintain their situation. Like, if you don't like dealing with them, then you can go and they're going to find somebody else because, they have this arrogant ass attitude to me, for my experience. Like, they know they can just go get somebody else, so they don't pay attention or give a fuck to how they treat you.
But that's beautiful privilege in general. Girls do the same thing. But the point is that you want to, like, are you more interested in the person of how pretty they are or what they bring to the table? You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just the key of what you said.
Well, for me, it's definitely what they bring to the table.
So it's not,
I don't like pretty.
That pretty dude that's usually the, hey, I don't have to do anything. You don't know who he is until you actually beat him. Now, if you're already just judging him and saying, oh, he's pretty, he's gonna be like this, get away.
That's exactly how I am. I do not like y'all pretty eyes.
Everything, like we said earlier,
I cannot figure out.
It's case by case. That's what it is right now, and we don't even do that. We already start canceling things that we ain't even ready to cancel.
But it's also about what you want, what you're looking for. Because I know sometimes, like, well, when I first came back home, I damn near was like, not a relationship. I was getting out of a real bad situation in DC, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna have fun, and that's what I did. But then, you know me, like, I'm a relationship, I'm a relationship head. And that lasted all of 30 seconds. And I don't know, we live in the world of situationships and entanglement.
Like, a woman be thinking this, not every girl is like, when we date, is dating to marry. And sometimes, like, girls have that expectation for every dude that you meet. Like, no, that's not the case. So, if things start going sour, it's like, bro, like, you are not my wife. I don't know that yet, bro. You
no facts. No facts. That's me as fuck.
You already starting to be
that's
like,
me as hell.
Like Marissa will meet a dude and she start being the best wife, the best girl that the person's ever been. Like, fam, he don't even deserve that yet, bro. Like, you see what I'm saying? And now he started.
And I've been doing this my whole life,
your
like
whole life,
12th
she
grade.
knows know how to turn it off. But I mean, it's a
because
gift
it's
and a
natural.
curse.
I grew up with both of my parents. I was blessed to, have the opportunity to go with both my parents. So I grew up with the expectation to freaking get married. And I don't know, my mom got married and had me at 24. And so growing up, like, I was one of them kids that knew my fairy tale, that had my timeline, and I was gonna have kids by 26. At 23, I was like, I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody. So this is switching up. But you know what I'm tired of doing? I'm trying to force these relationships on niggas.
So, woman, if a dude doesn't want you like that, bro, respect the game. Now, if he, like, basically, okay, if you want a dude and he like, you want him to commit and be your girl, and he's like, nah, then simply open your dating pool. Now, as soon as you start pulling away, if he really likes you, you're gonna be like, wait, hold on, wait a minute.
Nah, that's real.
Wait a minute. Who you hanging out with? I'm at brunch. I'm on a date. What? So he either gonna be like, someone who doesn't want you, she a hoe, fuck that. And he gonna go away, and you don't need him anyway. Now someone who's like, wait, hold on. Now he's stressing, and I'm pulling up on you right now. Or, hey, come back. Then you know, oh, he's interested. So that's when, and this is what girls fail to do. Now when you meet him back again, that's when y'all start talking about the expectations of the relationship. That's where you can ask them, what are we? And then you could use that example of, well,
okay, but wait, let me stop you because I'm going to forget my topic. So, back to when you said, like, if a guy doesn't want you in that way, then open up your dating pool.
Yes.
So, what if you're in a situation where, you're getting to know somebody, you're learning, you're having fun with them, you're spending more time and whatever, you're figuring out whatever it is, trying to figure out what direction that you're going to go. They tell you they don't want to be in a relationship. I still value the time that I spent, like, I still value the time I spend. I still value, like, the bond I'm creating, all of that shit. So do I throw all of that away because they don't want the same thing that I want? Or do I continue to enjoy the company that I've been keeping?
Okay, that is an excellent question. And, like, I had trouble with this myself. But the key to that is basically, if you enjoy the time that you spend with that person, that you build all that, then you can continue doing that. But know that you can't expect, okay, maybe he'll fall in and get in line after a while, because he basically
switching gears. So yeah, I definitely had those expectations that I was gonna be married early.
And like, I did too. I wanted to be married at 21. But the
20 fucking one.
Yeah, I wanted to be married at 21, so having my kids at like 23. But life has changed. Like, we looked at our parents, and our parents got married a little earlier, had kids earlier, because they were trying to join incomes and kind of get stuff going. But we trying to be solidified before that. Most of us, at least.
Let's say some of us. Let's say some of us, because I think 80% of our generation is not trying to get married. Like, and a lot of us, with me and you, have to understand, most people did not grow up with both of their parents.
Facts.
Most people did not grow up with both of those parents, so they don't have those expectations. They don't have the examples. And so what I take into account, because you have told me a lot, it's the kind of guys you talk to. It's the kind of guys you talk to. If I start to like somebody and, like, I get to know them, like, I know if no one's been around to teach them how to interact with women. So I try to give room. I try to give people room to learn, to grow. We're young. We're still learning each other. So I understand that shit. Systematically, this country did not want our parents, not want black men in the household. So black men don't know, I just think that's just something that the world is not going to teach a man. Like, I just think that a man has to teach a man how to treat a woman.
And also, a man has to treat their daughters how to receive love.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get that too. So, like, that's another thing. Like,
I don't know how to receive love, but my daddy loved the fuck out of me. my daddy loved me. Yep. Yeah, and that's the wife shit. That's the wife shit because I love my daddy so much, and I just be, I want to do what I want for my, you know, like what I would want for my dad. Like, I don't know. My mom always told me you're gonna marry somebody like your dad.
yeah.
So I don't know. That's why I am who I am in my relationship. It's pros and cons of living with both of your parents. Because if shit can get, shit get sticky.
Right.
Shit can get sticky. So I don't know. It's two sides to It's two sides to everything. What you think we gonna do about it? Do you think love is just lost? You think that people are just like gonna stop getting married, stop looking at marriage the same? Like,
I just think that we have to be more patient when it comes to the love, because it's like there's people who are patient with women who don't know how to receive love, and there's those women who, there's a men who don't know how to love or receive love either, and you're being so patient. You know what I'm saying? But those people who have not received those, they need to be a little more patient to the people like us who grew up in a household and are trying to teach them how to love and how to do these certain things. Like, they look at it as insulting, but it's really we trying to nurture because you didn't have this particular thing.
That's real.
And it's crazy because Tory Lanez talks about that in his album. And like, those are the tracks no one's gonna hear because y'all canceled.
I love the album. I love Tory Lanez's album. Like, Queen and Slim, go listen to Queen and Slim. He has some bomb samples in there. Like, that is a really good piece of music. And there's so much passion. Think about the story that's going on right now. Like, think about how much passion is behind the album. Definitely a great body of work. Definitely a great body of work. We're gonna get off that love shit, and I'm gonna get back to what y'all know me for. Alright, well, so we're gonna stop with the love nonsense, and we're gonna dive into sports. That's my field. That's what I've done my whole journalism career. I started on the sideline with you.
Yeah.
Yep, 10th grade. Sports section, like I'm Craig newspaper staff. I was the littest nerd, boy.
Girls is mad because Riss has too much connect with, the athletes.
Oh, yeah, that's why girls don't like me. Because I have all the guy friends. I'm a guy. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I have so much more in common with guys because I grew up with all brothers. And I played sports. So the girls that I was around, they were tomboys. I'm really one of the guys. And, me sitting around talking about sports, if I'm cute, girls do not want me around their man talking about sports. But that's neither here nor there. Football Sunday, my favorite day of the week. What's going on this weekend?
Man, shoot.
Fuck that, I know what's going on this weekend. Eagles versus Cowboys.
No one's trying to hear no Eagles and Cowboys NFC East terrible trash division.
It's the battle of the worst division.
They said they 6-19 right now, like the
both
whole division.
Combined.
All of them. It's trash. Like,
6-19, the whole. Nah.
That is trash.
4 teams have 6 wins combined. That's trash. But I don't care. I'm gonna get excited for every Eagles game. I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna watch. Like, I think they're gonna win. I'm gonna get excited I'm gonna get mad or excited on every play. Like, I really be into the game.
At this point, Jalen Hurts needs to start over Carson Wentz.
Anybody can start over Carson Wentz. I want Nick Foles back so bad. Every time Nick Foles had to show up, he showed out. Both times when our quarterback, I forgot who got it the first time. Who was it? The first time that Nick Foles played, his rookie year.
Who was the quarterback?
Yeah. Was it Vic? Yes, duh. Michael Vick. Yeah. So when Michael Vick got hurt every other week, Nick Foles held it down the first time, and then when Carson Wentz took us to, the Super Bowl, Nick Foles sealed the deal. We beat the Falcons. We beat Oh, yeah, the Patriots. Nick Foles beat the Patriots. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Number 9, me, please. Somebody go bring me back Nick Foles. We got D. Jackson back after.
He can't even stay healthy no more, so y'all just had no receivers.
Yeah, but that's because Chip Kelly fucked us over from the beginning.
That's true.
Getting rid of our whole team.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sunday, who's your team?
No, big games is like my team played Thursday, yesterday, Panthers and Atlanta. But
Who's your team?
Panthers, Carolina.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I've been like them since I seen Janet Jackson's titty at the Super Bowl.
You're so childish. That
I
was
love
in
Janet
Houston,
Jackson.
right? Wasn't that in Houston?
It was, yeah. It was Panthers versus Patriots.
I saw J-Lo. We saw J-Lo and Diddy in the mall at the Galleria.
Oh, for real?
Super Bowl weekend, yeah.
That's wild. But yeah, like, so Panthers been my team since then. You know, Christian McCaffrey coming back. Teddy Bridgewater is actually doing pretty good with the team. Even though I miss Cam so bad, but you know.
Right, I just peeped that he was on a different team. Yeah. All of them like switched up. Did the Patriots just lose? Who did they just lose to?
They lost to 49ers.
I really don't pay attention to all of the games. I have the ticket on my phone, but I don't really care about the Eagles. I like the Eagles, and I'm now watching the Chiefs because Andy Reid, you know, I need something else to look forward to. So I'm holding it down for Andy Reid, still Eagle game.
Yeah, and then it's Steelers versus Ravens. This is a big game. Like, I need Lamar Jackson to go off. You know how analysts start talking about, oh, he can't throw type thing. So I really need him to go off against the Steelers because everybody watching him.
Yeah, Stephen A. was talking about like that the Steelers and the Ravens have a super big rivalry, and this is Lamar Jackson's first time experiencing the wrath of the Steelers. That's what he was saying this morning.
Okay, he's saying that because he's playing Ben Roethlisberger
Exactly.
He's
playing Ben for the first time.
So it is gonna be a true game. What they haven't been seeing at least the last year. So
there's so many black quarterbacks in the league right now.
Yes, the black quarterbacks is taking over. But shout out to Justin Herbert though. He's pretty good. He's the Chargers. This is rookie quarterback. It's cold. He came from Oregon.
I don't know all these players.
He took over for Tyrod Taylor. He's doing excellent. And so is Ryan Tannehill, which I just never believed ever is gonna be being good for the Titans. Like I did not know that was gonna be happening like this. But the league is just different. The league is really different when it comes to quarterbacks. Like Kyler Murray, I know he's not 5'10". They lying. He like 5'8", maybe.
Jeez, who did he play for? I don't even know who that is.
It's Cardinals. He played for the Cardinals. So like, yeah, it's just
Look, I'll make sure I touch up and stay on top of things for you.
The
guys
league is
because
different. Like it's just it's all running quarterbacks and like, you know what I'm saying, Russell Wilson, this is his MVP year. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just going off. So
before I end my first episode, I'm gonna shout out to Los Angeles. Just one time. I'm not gonna go into it, but everybody knows me, knows that I'm a Bron head, and ring me please. I don't want to hear it, and I definitely think he can get 2 more. Then all of my friends hate me. All of my friends hate me because I'm that one LeBron stan. So shout out to the guys for winning the chip. I have not talked about it. Shout out to the Dodgers. I don't really care. I'm more of a Nationals fan. I'm a Nats fan. I work at Nats Park. Yeah.
Look, man.
Do you have anything else?
Shout out to LeBron. This asterisk, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, y'all playing in the bubble. Y'all not playing no away games. You know what I'm saying? Like, you basically know the court. You feel me? No one's screaming at you, yelling. You're not traveling to Denver. You just playing in the same spot. But they won, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna hate like that, but you know, LeBron got his 4th ring.
Yeah, there's nothing that you can hate about. I feel like this was the most fair and square championship. Everybody is in one place. There's no home court advantage. There are no fan. You know, like
That's true.
We
That's
here
true.
And we hooping. Like
That's true.
It's straight talent.
But you know,
Bron won. It don't matter. Look,
he ain't the GOAT yet.
Who is better than LeBron in the league?
If he won a pass,
Who's better?
He has to pass Kobe before he passes Jordan.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. Rest in peace. He passed Kobe.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in peace,
He
Kobe.
used to get 5
I
before he stopped
didn't.
passing
No,
Kobe.
fuck that. That has nothing to do with anything. Is Kobe better than Wilt Chamberlain, or is Wilt Chamberlain better than Kobe? No, he's not. So those 11 rings don't have anything to do with the 5. So I don't care. What the fuck was I just about to say though? What was I about to say?
Closing the deal.
I don't know. Whatever. We're done. Thanks for chatting with Riz, guys. Tune in. Oh, one more thing before you go. If y'all want me to play snippets of your songs, if you have a business that you like to advertise in the midst of, my episode, let me know. I'm just gonna sell advertising for $10. So cash me $10. I put your little business, your flyer, whatever you have, your song. We can, play with the time. We'll figure all of that out. Hit my DMs if you like. Comment, subscribe, share, like, all that good shit. Thanks for chatting with me.
Lay my head all on your stomach